Hi, this is Stephanie Kwame from the CAD Academy, and today we're going to talk about the construction drawing set, and that could be related to, or that is related to the layout book in ArchiCAD. Why do you need a set of construction drawings? And I started this in this day and age. You would think you wouldn't need any printed documents, but in fact you do. You need them to submit to the city, you need them to be at the construction site at all times, and you need them to show the client. And the construction drawings are actually part of a contract, but they are the graphic representation of the work to be done so that there's no doubt as to what is to be done. And of course, by the cartoon to the right, you can see that sometimes there is a little bit of doubt between the architect and the contractor. These documents are made up of alphanumeric pages or sheets. And for instance, if you were looking at sheet A-204, you would be looking at a designation of architecture. The 2 would be elevations, and it would be the 4th sheet. So A-204 would be architectural elevations, the 4th sheet. So it's really easy once you know how to read them. They also are composed of various sheets. The cover sheet, specification, floor plans, just a lot of different sheets. Interior, electrical foundation, and framing. Now, ArchiCAD doesn't provide all of the sheets, but it gives you the beginning of a set of sheets. So you have a cover sheet, you have floor plans, elevations, sections, details, schedules. So you have all of those sheets set up in the layout book. But one sheet, for instance, that isn't set up is the foundation. So we're going to go over doing a foundation plan and how you would set it up, and actually doing a little bit of a foundation plan, a simplified one here. So we are heading back to the model. So I'm at the model. I am going to do a Control-L for layers, and we're going to make a new layer, and we're going to call it foundation. Okay, that one. And we know that when we go to the view map that layer combinations are important for sheet sets because you can turn things off and on and show only the information you want to. So we're going to make a new layer combination called foundation plan. And we're going to OK that. Now the next thing that's important is we're going to tell it what layer combination is in the foundation plan. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to select everything and hide all layers because I only need a couple. And then I'm going to deselect that, and we're going to do a floor, turn that on, and we're going to turn on the foundation layer, and that's it. Now the most important thing here, and I always forget, is you want to update that to the layer combination or it won't work. So, or the layer combination will be wrong for the foundation plan or whatever plan you're doing. So remember to update. So now we see the slabs. They were on a wall, and they're the concrete, part of the concrete information. So now let's go ahead and we're going to set up a new story. I'm going to create a new story. I'm going to insert below a foundation. And I'm going to make it 2 feet. We're going to make this very simplified, so it's going to be fast. So now I have no idea when I'm on my foundation story where the information is, so the big thing to do is to go to the first floor and say show as a trace reference. Now I can zoom in and do things that I need to do to this particular drawing. So the next thing we're going to do is set up a wall. Now let's set up that wall to be on our new layer, foundation layer. So it's going to be on that layer, and we want it to be thick because it needs to be strong. So we're going to make it 1 foot 4 inches thick for our foundation, 2 feet tall or below, and then we're going to set up a line type of dashed. So that should be set. I'm going to say OK, and we want it to be in the center. So I'm going to start by snapping to these endpoints and making this foundation. So now let's take a look at what we did. I'm going to go to generic perspective and let's zoom out here a little bit, and you can see that we've got a foundation. That's a very thick slab too that we have on here. Okay, now let's go to the view map, and it automatically added a foundation set to the drawing set it has here. This is preliminary. I'm going to double click on foundation, and it's got information we don't want on there. So let's go to this settings, and we need to change the layer combination to foundation plan, our new foundation plan, and that should only be 2 layers on. So there we go. That looks really, really good. Now if we look in the layout book where the plot set or the construction drawings come from, it doesn't have a foundation plan. So there's no automatically setting up in here because you can put other things in the view map that maybe won't be in the final construction set. So what we need to do is organize it. So we're going to go to the project chooser and we're going to show the organizer. Now this is the view map. It's got the foundation. This is my sheet set and it has no foundation. So I can just take the foundation and drag and drop it where I want it to. Let's see. I'm not sure about that one layer, but we're going to show it anyway. So there is our foundation layer in the sheet set now. So if I close this and go to the sheets, we do have a foundation, and we can drag it in to our sheet set. So we don't have a title block on here either. We should have, I haven't selected a master apparently for this, but there is the beginning of our foundation plan. And of course we have a lot of information missing. And one thing, if you're not aware of it, that you can do is you can cut and paste. This is something that is called a guest house that I did, and I can take the footing schedule, because it would be the same, it's the same size, and go ahead and paste it in here. So you can cut and paste information like that if you want to. So I can put my schedule there, I could make it a different size, etc. So you can add more detail to your sheet and do the finishing up here. And one last thing is this next little item here is the publisher sets. And what it is it's PDFs of all of your plans. So like the first floor plan, here's a PDF of it. It would be smaller to send to the customer. It would have the right information on it. And so that's another thing that ArchiCAD does as well. So basically that's how you can add another sheet to your sheet set. There are several steps to take, and we do have the step-by-step tutorial on the instructor portal. So go ahead and take a look at that and add a new sheet, a foundation sheet, to your cabin plan. Thanks for listening.